North Fayette Valley Tigerhawks picked up win number one of the season last week with 42-24 win over Sumner Fredericksburg. Head coach Justin Heins joining us. And coach, got a start on the offensive side of the ball, 439 yards of total offense last week, including the 42 points on the board. What made your offense click? What made it take the next step from week number one?
Uh, just the way we were blocking, actually, and we're able to do some different things in the passing game to get some yards there. But just the boys kind of locking onto their blocks. Like I said, we'd been going the right spots. It was just holding those blocks, and we finally did that. And when we can get sweep and belly going for us, that's huge and opens up a lot of different things. And when you got 200-yard rushers and a 100-yard receiver, things are going your way offensively. So.
And did it kind of take a game facing somebody else to kind of get up to that game speed to know what needs to be done? Because as you mentioned, you were doing the right things. It's just you had to do it from a techniques perspective a little bit better. Did it take a game to just kind of get used to that?
Yeah, for sure. I was looking for someone to scrimmage pretty hard that last week for sure, and trying to get someone to let us in on their scrimmage, and couldn't get that. And playing independence week one, like I said, you makes you learn a lot of things about yourself that you might not find out if you're pounding on somebody week one. But so learned all those things, and the kids were able to see need to do this better on tape, and did some good things. Still some things to work on, and we learned from tape, this last week, but definitely got better in a lot of different areas.
Last week you were -2 on the give take. This week you were +3, including 5 takeaways from your defense. What allowed your defense to enter that playmaking territory this week?
Well, started it off, saw something on tape, and were able to kind of do a kick or recover onside to start the game, and got one there, and couldn't capitalize off of it, but that was a nice way to start the game, and got a couple fumbles late and some key interceptions that we were able to. I think one of them we scored on a one-play drive right after, and that really flips the momentum against those guys.
And in what ways did your defense take that next step besides the obvious of getting the takeaways? In what ways did your defense play better than you did in week number one?
Yeah, we were talking about that. It's like that's kind of where we struggled in some of these games where we're in them at a half and kind of gets away from a second half is just getting off the field and stopping them on fourth downs and creating a few turnovers. But um, just guys getting to the ball, it's great when you can force a fumble, but you got to have someone there to recover it a lot of times too. And just some opportune picks. Kale Reister, picked one off from the DN spot when they were trying to throw past him. He's fairly tall, so
Hmm.
got his hands up and got in the way of that one and got a pick, which was a great play. And he's knocked some other passes down, so he's making that hard on teams there. But defensively as a whole, we're doing some good things, playing team defense and getting around. We got some areas we can definitely get better at, and we'll be a lot better defense, doing those things. But definitely opportunistic on Friday, and like I said, we're able to get off the field a few times. That was huge.
And you bring up Kale. How much of a luxury is having a 6'8" defensive end?
Well, on both sides of the ball, really. He's
Yeah.
so long. There was a time when we were doing our own scrimmage, I thought we had him blocked really well, and he just like reached around our blocker and grabbed hold of the shoulder pad of the running back, and he couldn't get away from him, and just the stuff he's able to do on offense opens up a lot of stuff for us because teams basically have to send two guys to him, to keep us from doing what we want to do. And he's still able to get open, and Declan's able to get the ball to him. But yeah, having that kind of length and that kind of getting your hands up and knocking passes down. We give helmet stickers out for interception, the same as we do knocking that pass down because that's a huge play.
And he'll probably have his helmet covered here in a few weeks. This week, you're back on the road as you travel to Denver to take on the Cyclones, team that's 1-1 after a win in week one and a loss in week two. What are you expecting out of Denver?
Yeah, they got a few good playmakers there that kind of got some big plays against New Hampton and got on that game. And if you kind of fall asleep, not paying attention to what you're doing, that receiver will kind of light you up. And we got some solid linemen up front that'll make things hard on you too if you're not able to lock onto them and keep them blocked. So we'll have to do all those little things that we preach every week and get those done the way we want to come out with a win down in Denver.
All right, Coach, hopefully it's a winning streak we're talking about next week. Keep your guys healthy. We wish best of luck.
You bet. Thanks.
North Fayette Valley coach Justin Heins. It's the Tiger Hawks and the Cyclones Friday night in Denver.